Hello, everybody. It's me, Monica P. Hall of Conduit of Healing, psychic medium, Reiki master teacher, and today I'm coming to you to talk about last week. To put it mildly, what the hell was that? And I am talking about the results of the new moon plus the solar flares from last weekend. People, I don't know about you, but it was weird. It was absolutely weird. I am sure that for the first 3 days of the week, I was not all in my body. In fact, I had moments sitting at my desk at work going, I'm not all here. I am not all here. I feel that I'm not all here. Part of me is somewhere in the ether or in a coma or something. But I just know that I'm not all here in my body. And, I mean, what do you do at times like that? What can you do? You can either make yourself crazy trying to figure out where the rest of you is. You could breathe, which I did a lot of. And you kind of just sit there and you go with it and you try to flow with it as best as you can. Now, I don't know about you, but every time there's a solar flare, I can always tell because I am irritable. I have to say that I'm pretty proud of myself because, you know, this is what, the third, fourth one of the year. This one I was the least irritable, but the most tired. Because the magnetic energy that came to the planet really threw off my own personal magnetic energy. I felt so much high energy coming in on me at the most inopportune time, and that would always be bedtime. Try to go to sleep. You're exhausted. You're so excited. You just took a shower. You go. You lay down. You pull the covers up over yourself, and you close your eyes, and nothing. Your eyes pop back open. And you close your eyes again, and you try to go to sleep, and nothing. And your eyes pop back open. And it hits you. It ain't happening tonight. So, what do you do? Well, I mean, there's a couple things you could do. I do different things at different times. This week, I kind of just laid there, and I talked to Spirit. I'm a psychic medium. We've already discussed that, but I'm aware of the spirits that kind of surround my bed every night. I'm kind of just talking to them like, what is going on? And, you know, the answer is always the same. Ascension. This is what it is. Everything's shifting. Your DNA is shifting. Your consciousness is shifting. And when you think about all this stuff moving around and kind of like morphing and transforming and transmuting, I mean, what you're essentially saying is energy is being used. And it's also your energy, and you're feeling it. And the thing about it is, what I'm most grateful for is, so many people are going through this right now. So, you know, it's kind of nice to have that kind of community. Hi, Shambra, because I know that we've been through it, definitely. I've been talking about it this week in our community boards and stuff. And, you know, ARG. You don't know what that means if you aren't Shambra. And if you are, then you know what that means. But also just, you know, normal people, whatever you deem normal, but you know, muggles, if you will, people who think they're not sensitive to heightened energies or extrasensory perception. They're going through it too. People don't know why they're feeling irritable or tired or want to sleep at inappropriate times. But, you know, this week I blogged about solar flares equal blank because I just felt like canvas that had nothing on it. Perfectly clean, untouched canvas. And in theory, that sounds really great, except for when you've been around for 3 decades and you are used to yourself being a certain kind of way, it's a little, you know, disconcerting when you find out, wait, part of me is just, wait, where'd I go? What just happened? And not only that, but not everybody is actually going through this process with grace. Whether you're conscious of it or not, we're all going through some sort of shift. I mean, when you look at the global economy, when you look at natural resources, when you look at just people in general, there's obviously something going on. And, you know, we as a human species, we don't necessarily like change because, you know, we don't know what's going to happen. And there's two reactions you can have. Well, I guess three, really. There's three reactions you can have to change. You can go with change. You can go against change, or you can kind of just sit there in the middle and get the hell beaten out of you by the changing energies that are coming, whether you like them or not. I try to go with it because resisting hurts. Really, really hurts. And trying to do nothing is kind of like, when you're at the beach and a wave comes out of nowhere and kind of just smacks you right to the ground, and you're dragged out to shore. Yeah, it's kind of like that, because you can't fight against a wave. I mean, that's the flow of things. But you can ride a wave out, right? So that's what I tried to do. I live in New York City, and I want to mention this because it really did bother me. And I know, unfortunately, things are happening quite a bit all over. But I live in New York City, and there was a shooting this week at the Empire State Building. And apparently it was a disgruntled employee taking out their pain and frustrations on a former boss. And the thing about it is something I'll never understand is why people think that when you're hurting, the reaction to have is to cause hurt and pain for others. I mean, how does that lessen your hurt? How does that lessen your pain to just start this sort of ripple effect of more pain? It's not going to stop change. It's not going to make you unaccountable for your actions. Life is about change. If you're not changing, you're not living. I mean, you can change in order to grow, or you can change in order to decay or to die. So, those are kind of our choices, and it really makes me sad when people are in pain and the only thing that they know to do is hurt. There's so many other different options in life. And yes, I know it's kind of like, someone could argue, well, it's easier for you to say because, for whatever reason, but it's not easy for me to say. I can say it because I've lived through stuff. We've all lived through challenges, and we've all lived through pain. And the thing is like when you glean the wisdom from these experiences, you realize, oh, life is like this. There's going to be challenges. There's going to be times where it's not like, unicorns and rainbows, where it's not easy, where it's not a walk in the park, where it's going to require for you to sit still and think your way out of something, for you to create strategy, for you to create more options, for you to actually get up and work towards something new, something different, something unknown. That's how you empower yourself. But to go to hurt another person because you think they've done something to your life, first of all, it's not true. That's number one. And even if it is true, victim mentality does not reward you with being the hero at the end. You understand that? If you're the victim, you're the victim, and you're the victim. And you're just going to bring in more situations into your life where you're the victim. If something happens to you and someone does something to you, completely on purpose and maliciously, you have options if you're going to stay there. Are you going to stay the victim? Are you going to get up? Are you going to work your way out of the situation and allow that person to deal with whatever the consequences of their actions going to be? It's a personal choice. But the thing about it is that when you make the choice and you take action, the consequences are yours. So I am very upset that this is what this person chose to do. I'm very upset that, people go through the pain of whatever the pain is in their life, and they think that the answer to making themselves feel better is to go and hurt people who don't even know that they exist. This is shifting. Not everybody's going to do it with grace. Not everybody is going to understand their true role in their own personal and spiritual and physical and emotional and mental and psychological growth. You're in the driver's seat. You're the one behind the wheel. You're the one driving, whether you like it or not. It's you. So I just want to, encourage everybody. try to breathe through it. Try to find healthy means of getting things out of your system. Going through this week I did yoga, and I have to tell you, when you're feeling a little off balance, yoga's extra challenging. Try breathing, try walking. I do a lot of walking here in the city. I'm fortunate enough to actually work near a body of water, so I walk to it every week and just take myself out of the game. I unplug for a little bit and just breathe and let the wind sort of blow on my face and stare at the water and watch the waves go. Or sometimes I'll go to the park and just stare at a tree, or I'll watch squirrels or the pigeons. There's always pigeons to watch here in New York City. But you just make it about something else. Make it about anything than what you're going through right now. Don't allow the pain to consume you, because the world is really huge. It's really big, and everybody's going through something. We're all going through this shift together, and we get to decide whether or not we're going to do it with grace, whether or not we're going to make a big fucking mess. But here's the thing with messes. You make one, it's still got to be cleaned up. And that's going to take even more energy, and that's going to take even more time. So, hang in there, people. Breathe, meditate, exercise, walk. Do what you need to do, but choose a healthy way of going through all of this. Choose a healthy way to go through the shift. Choose something that's going to serve you well. Choose to create rather than to destroy. Okay? So this is me, Monica P. Hall, Conduit of Healing, a spirit embodied just like you, going through this ascension just like you, navigating these shifts as best as I can. And I'm feeling okay about it. I'm feeling okay about it, and I really hope you are too, okay? So namaste. Be brave, be bold, and find laughter wherever you can. And what's better, creating laughter. All right, so talk to you soon. Bye.